So finally, new story going to start. I hope you all like it, and if you like, then share this story. Okay, let's get started. So this story based on marriage with fiance's brother. Let's see what is the story. So Mrs. Kim, did you ready for this marriage? Asked her. Besides, Cheng, who's looking down, tried to hide his tears. Mrs. Kim, yes, I am ready. Mrs. Jen, okay then call priest. I don't want to take any risk. Mrs. Kim nodded. Other side, Jungkook, who wear black color suit, looking very handsome, but this time looking very angry. Mrs. Kim, come, Mrs. Jen. Okay, start now. Cheng cryingly look at his mom, but she doesn't look at him like she don't want to face this beauty. Sometime later, priest. Now you both are. Jungkook come. Taeyang start crying like he want to stop everything. Jungkook rests his on Taeyang's forehead like he want to tell him what's happening with it. This time was very difficult for this beauty because he have to face many things like his husband angriness, his mother-in-law angriness, and many other things. Mrs. Kim joined her hands in front of Mrs. Jen and Mrs. Kim. She said, Mrs. Kim, please forgive my Jiang. Don't tell him anything. Like she know Jiang is innocent. Looking down, but Mrs. Kim, Jungkook, I'm waiting outside. Cold voice left from there. Jiang's body started shivering. Mrs. Jen, come. Jing looked at Mrs. Kim and nodded as now, but she is looking down. Mrs. Kim, Athara. Mrs. Kim, forgive me. Join her hands in front of Ting and now Ting go with them. She sit on the कुछ नहीं Everything finished now. Let me tell you, Mrs. Chen fixed Jungkook marriage with Lena, Cheng's elder sister. Lena and Jungkook both spent good time with each other, but at the moment she ran away with her boyfriend. Jungkook tried to find her, but he didn't find her. At the end, he called Tae and said, "Tell to everyone he is happy with her boyfriend." When Tae told you everyone this time media come Jungkook, world best businessman, soon to be wife, ran away. That's why Jungkook is very angry. Jungkook have to face many things. Taeyang extremely level innocent boy and as compared to Lena. But now let's see what happened next. I'm sure you all like this story. I convert this story into two parts. Okay, on the other hand, Taeyang and Jungkook entered the room. This time he is feeling very scared. Jungkook went to. This night is very cold, but he is taking a cold. Taeyang sit on the bed like try to calm himself. He closed his eyes, try to calm himself, but hands badly trembling. Door open and Jungkook come out the. He see Taeyang look at him. Jungkook, you know what I hate this face. Point to Taeyang, look into Taeyang's eyes and say Taeyang gets scared. Jungkook comes close to him, but Taeyang sit on the bed, try to save himself, but he don't know in front of Jungkook he is nothing. Jungkook tried, don't you dare to near me, okay? And that is enough to make image in front of Taeyang. In Taeyang's eyesight, Jungkook is very cold, rude, and idiot person. And he sit on the couch. Taeyang scarcely went to, and start crying. He cry a lot, like want to himself, but he don't know. Jungkook don't have heart. He doesn't care he's cry or not. Well, he come out there and say Jungkook is looking down and said, Taeyang, where I sleep? Jungkook on the floor. He just nodded and lay down. Room temperature is normal because Jungkook on the heater. Sometime later, this beauty drift to sleep. Today Jungkook faced everything like disgrace just because of his sister. He stand up today. He want to restless someone. At the end, he lay on the bed and tried to sleep, but he can't. Whole night he didn't sleep. And next day, when Tiang wake up, he is alone in room. Hmm. Azan! Azan! Mrs. Jen, how you behave him? Asked to Jungkook. Jungkook, mom, please, I don't want to give you any answer. Looking down and angrily said Mrs. Jen, Jungkook, I'm asking you something. Now he stand up. Jungkook, mom is enough. Every time I listen you find Lena for me. I say yes. See what she do this. You told me marry Tiang, I will. But now it's enough. Look at her and angrily said Mrs. Jen, just look at her. Jungkook about to tell more, but he listened little footsteps and hmm, but he listened little footsteps, so he stopped. He turned aside and saw Jane coming down, wear light pink colored dress, looking very cute. Jungkook, I'm going sit and left from there behind. Jane come close to her. Jane, hello. Scaredly sit and looking down. She stand up and said, Mrs. Jen, why you wake up late? Called for. Staying close, his eyes try to calm himself like he want to prepare himself. He have to face these things. Ting, I woke up late. Mrs. Jen, stand up and come close to him. Mrs. Jen, why you woke up late? Like seriously? Ting looking down, he don't have any answer. How he tell her he always wake up late in his house. Mrs. Jen, well, you feeling hungry? Look at him. Answered. Tiang nodded. Mrs. Jen, first clean whole house, then eat breakfast. Tiang, but I don't know how cleaning. Shockingly look at him. Mrs. Jen, this is not my problem and my matter. First wash dishes, then clean whole house. Sit and go out of house. Tiang wanna cry, but he tried to calm himself like he said everything gonna like future gonna be okay. Night time, Jungkook entered the room. He see Taeyang sit on the couch and crying. Jungkook feel irritation, so he went to. Sometime later, when he come back, he see Taeyang still crying. Jungkook said, Jungkook, now what's your problem, huh? Angrily. Taeyang flinched by sudden loud voice. Taeyang didn't look at him. He is still crying. Jungkook sit on the edge of bed and throw himself. He closed his eyes. Whole room filled with Taeyang crying voice. At the end, he sat up. He said, Jungkook, why you're crying? Try to get softer. Jungkook, Taeyang look at him. Zani, तो वीडियो बना रहा है ना, चैनल तो अपलोड कर ला. ਉਹ ਵੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮੋਨੀਟਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਤੇ ਕੋ ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਕਿਦੋਂ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਫਿਰ ਜਸਟ ਫॉर ਯੂ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਸਵੇਰ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੋਊਂਗੀ ਕਿ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾਉਂਗੀ ਪਾਰਲਰ ਜਾਊਂਗੀ ਕਿ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾਉਂਗੀ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਯੂਨ ਫੈਨ ਤੇ ਖਬਰ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰੂੰਗੀ ਉਹ ਬਣਨੀ ਹੈ ਸਵੇਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਹਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣਾ चलो ओदी तो बनानी शुरू करना. Jungkook see his hand and shocked. Jungkook, OMG, you didn't told me first. And then hurriedly asked Taeyang, look at Jungkook, who is looking very tense up. Shake her dog down. आप भी फिल्म में देते. Shake भी नहीं आना. Well, Jungkook did bandage. Jungkook, how are you your hand? Taeyang, I'm making breakfast for me. Then Jungkook, what you didn't want, you didn't eat till the morning. Looking down like Jungkook, nodding answer. He called and ordered food. He is looking angry. Well, Jungkook always in angry mood, so leave it. Jungkook, go and take some rest. Taeyang nodded and sit on the couch. On the other hand, he is also sit down. Silence prevailed everywhere. At the end, finally, he spoke. Jungkook, no need to do work. Taeyang, sorry. Said, Papa ने की क्या आ गई थी? कुड़ी आ तुसी. इन्हें राता पप्पा दे अंगूठे दे पैर. Jungkook looked at him and raised one eyebrow. He still wear pink color nose, pink color suit, nose and cheeks red because of dryness. Jungkook was long layer cut zara. Taeyang sorry again said. This time Jungkook didn't tell him something. Sometime later, he gave phone to Taeyang. Jungkook eat. He hurriedly started eating because he felt very hungry. And Jungkook, who was busy to admiring him, sometime later he finished and said, Taeyang, thank you, smile and said, Taeyang innocence clearly show by his face. Jungkook just nodded and lay on the bed. Today someone calling you and then Jungkook, so you want I go village? Look at her and said, Mrs. Jen, I don't know. Your granny called me and said she want to meet you and your husband. Rolled her eyes and said, Jungkook, look at you, who's listen everything. Jungkook, okay, I am going. And you, Mrs. I have more important work, so I stay here. Jungkook silent for some time and he said, Jungkook, go and pack your stuff. He hurriedly nodded and go behind. She said, Mrs. Jen, if you feel angry, so you can him. I didn't told you anything. Look at him and smirked. Jungkook, I think you forget. I don't like to people's Mrs. Jen. I know, but Taeyang is not important for us. He is. This time Jungkook don't want to waste his time. Then he said, Jungkook, we talk later. I'm going. And then she go, Mrs. Jen. I know you become softened with me, with him. Think, दिखाई जरा मैंने क्या करनी है. Think, where are you all? And then, and this old lady say, मेरे बाल भी सफेद नहीं हैं. मेरी भी कोई दिखी. And said Jungkook stop the car in front of everyone. Yoongi Jimin come out the house and say Jungkook both Yoongi Jimin come out the Yoongi I'm fine and you Jungkook I'm okay. Jimin hug Taeyang. Jimin be relaxed, smile and say like he not in condition. And then both come close to Zani. मैं बर्फ ते रखिया और मैं बर्फ पान जाना फिर किससे जोगा नहीं रहना. Granny hug both. Granny, I'm so happy. Jungkook low voice. Jungkook back to hug and said, Jungkook, I'm glad. Taeyang look at Jungkook and smile because this time Jungkook looked different and this look suit him. Jimin hold Taeyang hand and they all go inside. This time was precious. Hope they all enjoy it. Well, they all enter. Jimin, Taeyang, sit down. He nodded and sit down. Jimin, well, Hyung, I can't believe Taeyang is your husband. Jungkook looked at him and shocked. Jungkook, why? Jimin, he is very innocent. Jungkook looked at him, who's looking down. Jimin, literally, I am serious. I am not in mood to joking. Bomba lagan diya. Thank you.
हाय तो बनी नहीं ना कटिंग हो रही है आधे बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा
Jimin, literally, I'm serious. Saying thank you. Jimin smiled. Yoongi, let me introduce you. She is Granny Jungkook and my grandmother. He smiled. Yoongi, I'm Jungkook's cousin brother. They smiled and said, nice to meet you, Hyung. Jimin, Yoongi smiled and nodded. Jimin sat beside him and said, Jimin, and I am his beautiful husband. Taeyang chuckled. After many days later, Jungkook sitting while laughing. He feeling good. Jungkook, Yoongi, tell me about your work. They start to talking about their work. Granny, you all talking with each other. I'm coming. Sit and behind Jimin said, Jimin, you know, Taeyang, everyone tell us we are very lovey-dovey couple. Shyless said, Taeyang, chuckled Taeyang. Well, good to know that you both are. Taeyang, you are Good to know that. Jimin, did Jungkook love you? Asked question. Taehyung looked Taehyung looking down and nodded as no. Jimin, हाँ बहुत दे दे मैंने भी जल्दी. Taehyung, you are right. You are very cute. Jimin, Jungkook look at Taehyung. Taehyung put my phone on charger. Gave Taehyung who nodded and hold phone in his hand. Well, this phone is good. Jimin, come with me. I show you room. He nodded and both go behind Yoongi. Said Yoongi, Jungkook, I see news and I listen everything. I didn't ask you how this happened, where she go and why she leave you. I just want to ask you one thing. Jungkook, listen carefully. Jungi, I just told you Taehyung is innocent. I know Auntie didn't told you good about Taehyung, but Jungkook, I call you here. This is the main reason I want to talk with you, said Jungkook. But she did wrong with me. And don't know why, but finally he said, Yoongi, I know she did wrong with you, but why you Taehyung? Asked question. This question, Jungkook don't have any answer. Yoongi, Jungkook, I know you are angry on her. That's why I call you here. Spend time with Taehyung. And try to understand him. About Lena, forget her. I didn't want to remember Yoongi, yes, but you did. You have your husband, but still think about this idiot. Like seriously, Jungkook, but Yoongi stopped him and said, Yoongi, I know what are you saying, but Jungkook, look at your husband. He is waiting. I see his eyes. He is waiting you. Jungkook looking down. Yoongi, I hope you understand now. Go and take some rest. Jungkook, yeah, I'm going. Well, Yoongi, Hyung, find her. Yoongi smirked and said, Yoongi, I will, but you have to do one thing for me. Smirk answered. To be continued. Well, I firstly told you I make two parts. I convert one shot into two parts. Hope you all like it. Bye bye. Take care of yourself. Sarangyo.